Hi everybody, this is the Magic City Geeks. We're with the Geek View today, and we have a new person who should be joining us for some of these.
Only kind of new, a little new.
Sort of new. This is
new,
Brittany.
New enough?
This is Brittany.
Hi.
And I'm Lee. I'm Will. So, we're going to head over to Brittany to check out what's going on this week.
Okay, hi everybody. Tonight there will be Friday Night Magic at Magic City Games at 6:30 and at Card Addict at 7. Board game meetup will be at Bud's place. You can RSVP. There will be a link in the description box below. Please do that. Saturday there will be a Force of Will tournament at Magic City Games at 11, as well as a Modern Magic tournament around 6. Card Addicts will have a Vanguard at 4 and Force of Will at 7. Also, the board game meetup will be at Card Addicts at 6. So everything's happening in Card Addicts. Just go there and hang out. Okay. And Sunday, head over to Magic City Games for their KO Sunday tournament, starting at 1. Let's see. Get there early, though, because you're going to need to register. At 2:30, Card Addicts is going to have Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball Z. So that's going to be cool. For all of you guys that love Dragon Ball Z. Let's see. On Monday, Card Addicts will be hosting a board game meetup at 6. You can bring your own board games to Magic City Games between 2 and 10 if you do not want to go to that. Tuesday, there is a junior Pokemon tournament at 6 over at Card Addicts with a $5 entry fee. That is a really great thing to do with your kid. It's really fun. It's awesome. Okay, let's see. Magic City Games will be hosting a Magic Pauper League at 6, as well as, or just head over for some Force of Will. If there are enough people, they're going to do a tournament. And now we have something a little different other than all the magic. At Homewood Library, there's going to be a group there for Girls Who Code. It's kind of a teen thing where they get together and teach young girls to code and do that kind of thing. It's really neat. There's also going to be a teen anime club after that at 6:30. Wednesday, Magic City Games is hosting a Magic Draft tournament at 6. Card Addicts will have Force of Will and Modern Magic at 7. And a board game meetup will be at Brookwood Mall at 6 o'clock. Thursday, there will be Yu-Gi-Oh! At 7 at Card Addicts. Or you can just hang out and play EDH over at Magic City Games at 6. And let's see, is there anything else I left out? Okay, there is going to be a board game meetup at Excelsior at 6. And for those of you who are near Hoover, or near the train, or at the train depot at 7 near Coleman. And that's all I've got for you today. Have a great weekend, week, whatever. Bye.
Well, if you've been paying attention to your social media feed lately, you may have noticed that apparently CBS is not going to be renewing Supergirl for another season. This would seem like bad news, except for instead of Supergirl being renewed for another season over there, it's moving to the CW, which means it will be up there right alongside the shows of The Flash, DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Arrow, iZombie, all of that. Will they be, going back and saying, oh, they're not actually in another universe, it was that episode didn't happen? Or will they actually just let that be a continued thing, and maybe at some point in time the Flash will pop into that universe again just to say hi? Who knows? But I'm looking forward to finding out where this goes. The reason for the move, apparently CBS was just having a bit of a hard time affording the price of the episodes, which apparently cost a fair amount. The CW is going to be moving filming up to Canada, and apparently that's going to allow for a bit of tax breaks. So hopefully this next season will keep all of its characters without having to lose anyone due to moving, and we'll get a good season from the CW. So can't wait to find out.
Hi guys, Well, let's see. In some more news, we have a new thing. Well, it's not really new. It's something that's been around for a little bit, but it's been going back in circulation recently. We have the whole thing about the Mandarin, and the little short about its I guess Marvel's little way of, I want to call it sort of an apology short. Yeah, let's call it that. And well, inside the little short, it just tries to straighten out a few things. Like number one, who the Mandarin actually was in the comic book universe. Unlike what they actually gave us in Iron Man 3, which was, well, yes, they gave us an actor who had no clue what the Mandarin name actually meant at all. But he was the Mandarin, which made you weep a little bit inside when you got, that's the Mandarin, someone who apparently was a failed actor. But in this little short that they released a while back, they actually correct it. As in, they literally make at least, I think it's like a 15-minute short that describes, all right, this is the actor, this is his life, and this is someone who is related to the actual Mandarin. So, Marvel Universe, I thank you for actually, making this and, and actually having something to, keep your universe, coherent. And speaking of Iron Man 3, apparently, there is a plan to make Iron Man 4, which I can't really wait to see. Let's see what actually happens now and see if Iron Man actually does something even worse. Or will he actually, get his stuff together? Alright, here you go.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about the Ghostbusters movie that's coming out.
Yay.
Now, I don't know if anyone has noticed this, but apparently there's actually a movement with all of these sexist people who are trying to they're actually trying to get 1 million dislikes for the trailer on YouTube.
I really don't understand.
That's a powerful hate.
I know, right?
There's so many other things in life that deserve your hatred other than the Ghostbusters trailer.
So what? I want to actually make this statement. They're saying that, women can't have ray guns?
I'm not exactly sure what all they're saying, but it just seems like...
What's the problem right now?
What's going on
here? A woman
here?
can't be a scientist? Oh, what are we talking about?
I think what's going on here is that the generation that had the original Ghostbusters is getting kind of butthurt over the fact that someone might be remaking or doing something else in their universe because they're so afraid.
Yeah, because it does look like there is a chance that this new one is not going to be a continuation like many of us originally thought. It looks like it might actually be a reboot.
Looks like
but that's the thing. It still doesn't really matter.
I was going to say, it's just the times. People, things change, people.
And personally, I think that the new trailers look good.
I like the way the ghosts look in the new one, to be honest.
It reminded me a lot of, you remember, Haunted Mansion?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very Haunted Mansion. It's really neat. So... I'm interested in seeing it because, in my opinion, you cannot have an opinion about a piece of art or literature or a movie without actually reading it. Whether it is a good opinion or a bad opinion, you gotta look at it first.
It's just like...
People like to judge movies before movies come out. You know this.
Look at the people with Batman versus Superman. Everyone was just saying how horrible it was going to be, all because Ben Affleck was cast as Batman.
Look, there have been worse. There have been worse Batmans. Much worse Batmans.
Adam West.
Why does everyone automatically go there? Yes, it's true.
Look, like I said,
in Adam West's defense, he didn't write the script. He just played the part.
Yes, he just cast a chick for the role he played. Like he said, for every line.
But yeah, I mean, do you guys think that it is a nostalgia thing or that it's possibly just an actual sexist thing?
If it's a sexist thing,
I feel sadder than it is if it's a nostalgia.
Look, if it's a sexist thing, I'm going to say this, and I can be edited out if my compatriots think that I need to be edited out.
As long as you keep the cursing to a minimum.
There you go. Remember, keep it low.
Look, this is just a movie. Don't get all butthurt and upset over the fact that a girl happens to have a ray gun. Boo-hoo, wah-wah, get over it. Fuck you.
Like I said, watch the language.
As you notice, things were said just now that probably has been edited.
Yep, that's going to have to be edited with a nice little beat. Don't worry, you're not the first that we've had to do that with.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. It's
like
stupid.
I said, if it's a nostalgia thing, it doesn't matter because this movie is not for you.
It's for a new generation.
Yeah, it's for the new generation.
Otherwise, they're never going to look at Ghostbusters.
If you don't want to see it, don't see it.
Yes. Exactly.
It's just a bunch of people that are whiny and have nothing better to do but to bitch about a movie.
But I mean, personally, I'm looking forward to seeing Holtzman.
Holtzman?
The blonde.
Oh, yeah. She's funny.
She looks awesome.
Yep.
She's an inventor. She seems like she's going to have a snarky sense of humor.
And to be honest, girls need kind of, especially young girls, they need really positive female role models now.
I mean,
That's not just about how pretty they are or what have you.
Yeah,
but
I mean, like you have like the girls who code. You know, we talk about them on here a little bit when we do the events whenever they come into town, and it's a really good program. But the thing is, if you just have programs, then you never actually go, this is what you get from the program. But when you have movie heroes, like you have, in Marvel Universe, everyone loves Tony Stark and Steve Rogers because they're both awesome. But everyone tends to just, like, get all up in arms about when Black Widow, it's like, in Age of Ultron, Black Widow did all sorts of amazing, cool stuff. She saved every single person on the team's life at least 3 times. And then everyone says, yeah, but then she got captured and they had to play the Save the Princess thing. No, she got captured, and the reason they were able to know where she was because she was already planning her escape.
It's just like, here's a really good example of this. It's just like with the new Star Wars movie. Okay, when all the toys came out.
Oh, yeah, all the toys.
When all the toys came out, everyone was excited. Even I was excited.
My brother, he bought like the large, like the 8-inch figures for his son.
Yes.
And then he opens it and
there's no Rey. Why is there no Rey? Rey was the main character and star of the movie.
Yeah, there were two
no
main
Rey.
characters.
There is no Rey.
Rey and Finn.
There is no Rey.
They have Finn in there?
I think Finn was in there.
Okay.
There's no Rey because a lot of the nerd community is a little bit sexist, and you guys need to get over yourself.
When it came to this, it wasn't even because the geek community was sexist.
I like women heroes.
It was the fact that the company itself was apparently overheard saying boys aren't going to want to play with this stuff, and it's just like girls are going to play with this stuff too.
And there's other instances, even outside of the nerd community, particularly with
now
boys.
That makes me interested. Now, if they weren't going to do that, then why not just make a Rey doll? Then you could have had the actual.
I know, right?
You could have been the same manufacturing company.
It would have been awesome.
But anyways, like for this one, like you were saying earlier for the Ghostbusters movie, they're not being featured as being attractive women. They are featured as being smart, interesting,
funny.
Now, here's another thing. that's the sad part about this. Do you think this would have been an issue if they all would have been like Charlie's Angels?
Oh,
and
no.
Ray Guns?
No, if they had been like Charlie's Angels, I don't think anybody would have said anything.
I think that there would have been an issue because there was a huge issue with casting Megan Fox as April O'Neil. And I'm sorry, but yeah, she may have had a bit of work done since she had a baby, but she is still attractive. So I think that it's just people being annoyed that, you know, because like you see on like Twitter and stuff, they're just like, oh yeah, I can understand having some sort of female power thing, but can't you just have made like a couple, like one or two girls? And it's just like, what does it matter?
See, people are afraid of powerful females. It's true. I mean, some men get really weirded out by a powerful female character. And even some women. I'm sorry. Some of you women out here are just as bad as the men, if not worse, because if the character isn't attractive enough, you're like, make her more attractive. If she's, you know, too attractive, then you're like, that's unrealistic body standards. If she's too smart.
I get so annoyed with that unrealistic body standards thing. Every single time I see that thing, when I see this thing in my news feed, it says the video game women remade as realistic depictions. And I'm just like, I've seen girls who look like these other girls. Not to mention, most of the games that are featured in this thing actually have numerous body types. Not to mention, most of these games are fighting games. The women are not going to be all like that.
And okay, for reals though, you just can't win. You can't please everybody. Okay?
You can't.
Either way, it doesn't matter. We are going to go see the Ghostbusters movie because it looks interesting.
Yes.
It
We're
looks
gonna
interesting.
give it a
looks
shot.
funny.
And we're going to do a review.
Yes, it should be funny since it has 4 comedians in it.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. They're
like
comedians.
I said,
It's going to be
wonderful.
hilarious.
The girl who's basically being cast as the main character, she is freaking hilarious.
Yes.
It's going to be funny. And it's going to be great, and people are going to like it.
I said it before when we did a little bit of this before, and I'll say it again. The power of Patty compels you. You cannot say that did not make you laugh. I don't care who you are, how much butthurt you were. You know that was funny.
You didn't want that, but you did.
So, anyways.
It's okay.
This is the Magic City Geeks saying that we are going to go see that movie because it looks awesome, and we invite all of you to come and see it with us.
Yay! Rant over!
So we'll see you next week. This has been The Geek View with Lee.
And Will.
And Brittany.
So have a good week.